All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol FCEL, Fuelcell Energy Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. Invest for tomorrow. So here we are seeing, right, Fuelcell Energy Inc. stock actually work its way kind of in a sideways movement with a lot of volatility up and down, but holding itself up from those lows here of about $7. And the lowest point was down here at $6.50. It didn't get near that any other time, but it's been holding itself up nicely above $7 and working its way up to $9, coming back down. And today it almost reached $9 at $8.69, leveled off at $8.17 and dipped right before leveling off. So it's been a little volatile, but it broke through resistance. It broke through the 50-day moving average. And we want to zoom in here and see what is important for tomorrow. So this is going to be a very narrow stretch based off the last couple hours of the day, but we're also going to talk about it a little bit broader. We want to watch this closely and then talk about it a little bit broader based off the chart. So the lowest point before the run was down here at 768. I definitely would write that down, because if support and the 50-day moving average get broken through, your next point of reference would be 768. The highest point reached was up here at 867, and that's literally a whole dollar difference from way down here to up here. That's the highest point. That's the point that the bulls really want to break through. But before getting there, they have a resistance level to break through, pull away from it, and manage to pull further away from the 50-day moving average. So what is the 50-day moving average? The 50-day moving average is 793. As long as we're above it, bulls are in control. The moment we're below it, the bears are in control. So we want to watch this. The tug of war has been going on for quite some time, for the last couple of days and weeks. And right now, the bulls just slightly started to gain leverage. The question is, could they maintain it? So the first thing they need to do, and I want to emphasize this, they need to do, is break through this resistance, and their next point would be up here at 867. But before getting there, obviously this is the first step. So this needs to be broken through so this momentum can kind of pick up where it left off. So obviously it slightly came back down and leveled off, but this upward movement from this point to this point, for it to continue to newer highs and newer points, they have to break through this resistance to pull further away from 793, deeper into bullish territory, reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So what is that resistance? We're about to talk about it in just a moment. But first I want to cover the support, and our support level is $8. If $8 gets broken through, you have a very small window between 793, right, the 50-day moving average, and support to see how the stock is reacting. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? Or are the bulls trying to reappear before this ends up in bearish territory? Very important to watch the behavior and how the stock is reacting. If it breaks through the support and the 50-day moving average, we have down here our next point of reference, which is 768. And we want to watch if the bulls try to reappear anywhere in this area. Now, I would pay very close attention as soon as support is broken through, and how quickly is it moving towards the 50-day moving average, or if it breaks through it, to see the behavior and who is dominating the chart, and are the bulls trying to fight back and bring this back up. It's super important to watch that, because that's a very narrow stretch, and the moment we're in bearish territory, the bears can start to gain leverage. Doesn't mean that the bears will hold it down. The bulls can reappear, but you want to watch the behavior very closely. Now, our resistance. This is probably the most important point for the bulls right now, and the most important point in the whole entire chart for this to continue to rise. And that's 823. 823 needs to be broken through by the bulls, turn into a support so they can start to pull away, as I stated earlier, to reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and pull away from the 50-day moving average, and to continue this upward momentum. So very important that the bulls break through resistance. 823. I want to emphasize that, and they need to. It's not that they break through it. They need to break through it to pull away and reach newer highs. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.